Let's start with a question that might make you uncomfortable. Why does nothing feel exciting anymore? The food tastes okay, not amazing. Movies feel meh. Motivation disappears randomly. And things that used to make you happy now feel dull. You're not lazy. You're not broken. And you're definitely not ungrateful. Your dopamine system is just exhausted. And no one really explains this properly, so let's talk about the truth. Dopamine is not the happiness chemical, like people say. It's the anticipation chemical. It's what makes you want something. It's what pushes you to chase, scroll, click, check, and repeat. Dopamine is released before pleasure, not after. It's the reason you feel excited before opening a notification, not after reading it. And once you understand this, a lot of your habits suddenly make sense. Your brain is designed to release dopamine for survival things: food, achievement, connection. But modern life gives you dopamine without effort. Social media, junk food, binge content, constant notifications, endless entertainment. So your brain starts getting dopamine all day for doing nothing. And here's the problem. When dopamine is constantly high, motivation drops. Your brain adapts. It always does. What felt exciting yesterday feels normal today. What felt normal today feels boring tomorrow. So you need more stimulation to feel the same level of interest. That's why one reel becomes 20. One episode becomes next episode. One notification isn't enough anymore. This is called dopamine tolerance. And yes, it works like a drug. Here's a simple example. Remember when checking your phone felt exciting? Now you check it without thinking. No joy, no satisfaction, just habit. That's not because phones are bad. It's because your dopamine baseline has shifted. Another big lie people believe is this: if I feel unmotivated, I need more stimulation. Wrong. That's like saying, I'm tired. Let me drink more coffee until my body forgets how to rest. Too much dopamine doesn't create motivation. It destroys it. That's why people feel tired, distracted, anxious, and restless at the same time. Your brain is overstimulated, but undersatisfied. And here's the funny part. When you finally sit in silence, no phone, no music, no scrolling, your brain gets uncomfortable. You feel bored, restless, irritated. That's not a problem. That's withdrawal. Your brain is asking, where's my stimulation? Now let's talk about resetting dopamine. Because no, you don't need to disappear into the mountains or quit life. Resetting dopamine doesn't mean removing pleasure. It means spacing it out. The first step is awareness. Notice how often you seek stimulation without needing it: checking your phone, opening apps automatically, eating when you're not hungry, watching something just to avoid silence. You don't need to stop immediately. You just need to notice. Second step, allow boredom. This sounds small, but it's powerful. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is where motivation is reborn. When your brain doesn't get instant dopamine, it starts creating motivation again. That's why ideas come in the shower. That's why clarity comes during walks. That's why creativity shows up when you're not distracted. Third step, earn your dopamine. Do hard things first. Work, exercise, study, create. Then reward yourself. When dopamine follows effort, your brain resets naturally. Motivation returns. Focus improves. Small things feel enjoyable again. And here's the most important truth. You don't reset dopamine by punishing yourself. You reset it by respecting your brain. Your brain is not weak. It's adaptive. It adapted to constant stimulation because that's what it was given. Now it needs space to recover. You don't need extreme discipline. You need balance. Less instant pleasure,
more meaningful effort, less noise, more presence. And slowly, without forcing it, life starts feeling colorful again. Food tastes better, music hits deeper, conversations feel warmer. Motivation feels natural, not forced. So if you've been feeling numb, distracted, or unmotivated lately, don't blame yourself. Blame the overstimulation, and then gently take your power back. Because dopamine isn't the enemy, misusing it is. And once you learn how to reset it, you don't just regain motivation, you regain control over your mind. And honestly, that's